Virgie. Morning, Patricia. Appreciate it. Appreciate you coming by. How are you this morning? Well, for you, probably this evening. Yeah. It's very cold here. My truck is wrong right now, but it's very cold here. It's about 5 degrees, I think. I almost couldn't take off from the intersection there. It just kept spinning. Starting to get daylight here, which is good. I didn't want to travel on bad roads when it was dark, but you can see the main roads here, the highways, they're a little clearer. I will, my friend, I will. Thank you, Virgie. So like I tell everyone, on bad roads, you just don't be in a hurry. That's all I'm doing. Right now, this doesn't feel too bad, but it is very cold, so that wet that you see on the road is probably ice, more than likely. Snow just blowing across the road. It's strong winds again today. We've had strong winds, for the last week or so. traveling. There's no need to go that fast out here. Kids, good morning, kids. How are you, my friend? It's just getting daylight here. Virgie, thank you, kids. Appreciate you guys. Close to that white line, and then the truck starts making all kinds of noise. Hello. Hello, Edwin. How are you? I will, my friend. I'll try. Thank you for coming by. How are you? that wind. You know, you get near these wooded areas here, it's not bad. It blocks the wind a little bit. Reconnected. I'm in Ohio. I'm driving here to Ohio. I'm about 2 hours away from where I have to deliver. I'm going down by Cincinnati. Yep, the great state of Ohio. When this weather is going to let up. I think it's supposed to be really cold like this all week long. I think it's getting slightly warmer, but not enough for you to be able to tell. And this wind has just been windy, you know, for the last week or so. It's just always windy. There was a winter storm that came through here. There was a winter storm that came through here a few days ago, over the weekend. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday it was coming through here. So we got dumped on a bunch of snow. Well, I'm going to be down in Cincinnati, right down at the southern border here in just a little while. Kate, good morning. How are you, my friend? Thank you, Virgie. Thank you, Patricia. Thank you, Edelyn. Appreciate everyone. very cold, windy morning here in Ohio. Oh, you're very welcome. Very, very welcome. Thank you, Miss Kate. Yeah, that'll go away here in a minute, I think. This new phone mount that I have, it mounts right on the dash and it catches all the vibration of the truck. Henry, good morning, Henry. Thank you. I will certainly try if I get this phone. I'm trying to get this phone to stop moving so much, but it's the truck itself. How's it going down there, Henry? Be careful on the road. I will, Swain. Thank you very much. Milligan, something Milligan. Hello, how are you, my friend? section of the road is really rough. Road got really rough. Doesn't look like it would be that rough, but it is. Yeah, I mean, it's very cold here. It's only 10 degrees Celsius, or 10 degrees Fahrenheit. And with the wind, it's below zero. Yeah, it's very cold here. Slowly, yeah, Virgie, it's this road is a little bit rough. Thank you, Henry. Morning, Milligan. Yeah, I just want to get past this section of the road so it smooths out a little bit and I can speed back up. been to New Mexico. Yes, I sure have. Oh yeah, I've been through New Mexico multiple times. I used to go out to Southern California a lot. When I was teaming with my brother, we'd go out to Los Angeles and we would deliver there, and then we'd go down to San Diego and pick up a load and then head back east. And we go right through New Mexico. New Mexico and Arizona and all that out there. Yeah, it's such a nice area. I want to get back out there again before I quit driving. Thank you, Alfonso. New Mexico, is that where you're at? How's the weather there? Is it nice and warm right now? New Mexico and Arizona might be the place to be. Everywhere else is just so cold. Hey, good morning, Stephen. Drive safe. I will. Have a good one. I will. You too. Oh, really? It's cold there too. Wow. It must be cold everywhere. I thought the Southwest would be definitely a warm spot in the country. What it is about this year, this winter has been, it's been a very cold, snowy winter, more than it has in years past. Not sure why, but it's crazy. It's always so windy here. Just so windy everywhere I go. Believe someone would get pulled over for speeding, but some of these people, they just don't know how to slow down. Of course, you know the roads, you can see the roads in front of her are clear, but Henry, it's also cold here in Canada. Oh yeah, Henry, it's very cold in Canada. It's like Michigan. Depending on what part of Canada you're in. I don't remember. What part of Canada are you guys in? But I know Michigan, when I was up there, it was in the single digits, the low single digits, like 5, I think it was 5 degrees when I left. I'd seen a lot of it. Yeah, in the higher elevations, probably. I know the mountains out there still get snow. Yeah, but usually when you start getting into Arizona and New Mexico and stuff, up in the mountains, the higher elevations, it'll snow, but lower elevations usually stays warm. remember going through Arizona, it was at night, and they were talking about, don't go a certain way because they're getting like 4 feet of snow or something. So I know it gets a lot of snow in those higher elevations. It wouldn't be so bad out here if it wasn't windy, but that wind is just, I don't have a lot of weight on, so the wind really affects me. It hits my truck and it pushes me pretty good. Yeah, I'm sure they do. I've never tried cross-country skiing, but I tried downhill a little bit, just a couple of times, and though it would be fun, I didn't really do it enough to get the hang. Yeah, I would like to learn, though. I'd like to do some downhill skiing. Cross-country, I know, is really good exercise. Why is he worried about doing the grass? I don't understand that. Wide open here. It's nothing but wide open field, so there's nothing to block that wind, and it hit me pretty good there. Wind has got to cause probably a lot of power outages, trees down and branches and stuff. stuff like that. Thank you, Henry. Man, it's nice to get next to these woods here and the trees blocking the wind. Doesn't last. Nice. Good bonding time, huh? It's a lot of exercise, isn't it? You know, I had a friend years ago that used to cross-country skiing. And I know he was always in really good shape, but he loved it. Have you done it since then? Have you done it lately? seems like there wouldn't be a lot of cross-country skiing probably in New Mexico. But I don't know. Up in the mountains, I guess there could be enough area, could be flat enough to do it on. Yeah, you're probably not too far from Colorado, right? That would be awesome. I would love to do it again. You know, the downhill. I'd like to try the cross country. I know I'd probably enjoy it if I get the hang of it. The cross country was fun, but I only went a few times. I couldn't really slalom too well, you know. It was mainly just going down the hill, just trying not to crash. But it was fun. I mean, it was still fun. You know, I was no good at it. It was still fun. about winter is when you live in an area where there's winter like this, you have to adapt. You know, you always figure out things to do in the winter, like ice fishing or snowmobiling or skiing or something. And because you just can't be in the house all the time, you know, through the whole winter period. So you adapt, you know, you figure out things to do that you like to do outside, you know, sledding and stuff like that. There's always something to do. You just gotta bug. Okay. How old were you when you went cross-country skiing? You said it was years ago? Would be a good family thing to do. Or a couple could do it, or you could do it with your family or something, you know, with a group of people, friends and what have you, you know. Says it's 7 degrees now, so it's gotten colder. It was 11 when I started out. I think it was 11 or 12. Now it's down to 7. so okay. Lowe's, hi, how are you? USA. Does it look like Poland? I guess with the snow, probably. I know Poland gets a lot of snow too. But does the landscape look kind of like this? I've never been there. I've been driving a truck for over 26 years. I started back in the mid-90s, back in 95. And then in 2000 2000 through toward the end of 23, I took off and was doing real estate. And then everything got really bad with real estate because of the interest rates, so I had to come back to driving, and I've been back driving for just over 2 years again. So altogether it's just over 26 years. Time. I've seen a lot and I've learned a lot. I've never been in a wreck or in the ditch, anything like that. So I've been doing pretty good. I've learned over the years, I've been in some very bad weather, and I've learned just slow down a little bit and take it easy, you know. And a lot of these newer drivers don't do that. They still go just as fast. They think it's 70 and sunny, you know, and it's not. Yeah, on those slick roads, and they're still in a hurry, and you see end up in ditches and in accidents and stuff. But they'll never listen. They're only going to listen to themselves, and they're only going to learn once they've lived it. Once they've been in the accident and stuff, And maybe they'll learn it over time and not have to be in an accident. Because I learned it and I've never been in one, so. Yeah, that would be. I mean, I've been in accidents in cars, but just never in a truck. So I know how you feel. I mean, being in an accident is no fun. I've only been in one major accident, and I wasn't hurt. I got a bloody nose. That's about it. Luckily, that's all it was. But, I've been in a few minor ones. I've seen some accidents out here on the road, though, and they are scary. That's for sure. can do is just try to be careful yourself and try to prevent them. By these this wooded area up here and see if I can clean this windshield. If I can get some of the wind blocked. Good on the passenger side, but not so good on the driver's side. If I'm not on a live stream or talking on the phone, I'm usually listening to music. Sometimes I will listen to the radio, but with all my traveling, I don't get a lot of stations and they don't stay very long. I'm always switching stations. So I'll go on, I'll put my ear pods in and go to YouTube and find some music on there to listen to. But yeah, it helps pass the time listening to music. So I like to do that. When you drive as much as I do, you find things to help pass the time. You know, these live streams really help in the morning. I usually like to do these for at least a couple hours, and then I'll listen to music for a while. Guy that used to set up a TV on his passenger seat and watch TV while he's driving down the road, but I would never dare do that. I always thought he was crazy for doing that. That would be a distraction right there. That would. But you know, there's people out there that do that. They watch different things while they're driving down the road. Helps pass the time, I guess. like a 2-track where everybody's tires go. They made it wet and now it's froze over. I start to jump over, he jumps off. Got a lot of snow on top of that car. It is dangerous. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how many people do it, but yeah, my one buddy, he had like a small one that he'd set up, and I don't think he just sat there and watched it the whole time, but just watching it at all it is very dangerous. Something I would never do. I think people like that are just a little bit crazy. But I know that I'm sure people do stuff like that. Sun's trying to come out, you can see. It's trying to. There's blue sky off to the west, so maybe it's going to clear up. Maybe the sun will help melt some of the ice on the road. It's not a lot, but there's some. That guy that I know is the only one that's ever done that, watching TV, but I've heard of people talk about people doing it, so I'm sure he's not the only one. But he's never been in an accident, so I guess it's okay. It's not okay, I won't say that, but he's been lucky. check something out real quick. Sitting out here blocking traffic for me. He's just looking down at his phone. Parking lot is rough. I'll be right back. Alright, now I'm just waiting for this guy to move. I don't know what he's doing at the pump. He's having issues with the pump or something. Shouldn't have pulled in to a fuel island. Just needed to check something. I should have just went through the parking lot. I didn't know I'd be spending 20 minutes here. I gotta wait for this guy to go in and do his shopping and everything. Any better? Yeah, a little bit. Man, that dude is all bundled up. Where's this guy at? I want to get it going already. Fred, good morning. How are ya? Yeah, it seems like it, Fred. Oh my God, he's been parked there for a while. Wish I wouldn't have pulled in through the fuel island, but I thought it would be faster. Nice and warm there. Lucky you. Yeah, it is definitely not here. Look at this truck over here. This guy's been sitting here for a while. Yeah, I know. This might be my last one. This should be my last winter. Should be. I'm hoping, Fred. I'm hoping. I didn't even want to do this winter, but the process takes a long time. I just seen this guy in front of me go into his truck, so I think we're getting ready to roll. He's got his snacks and coffee and soda and whatever. I think he's ready to go. Park lot's hard to drive through because they haven't done anything with it, or not much. You can see some, they plowed some of that over there, but this parking lot looks like it's just been driven over by trucks. They never removed the snow, they never salted it, they never did anything. It's like driving on a dirt road. That's what it seems like a very pothole filled dirt road. Man, this guy's, we're going so slow and these potholes are almost stopping me. Oh, this guy's got chains on, trying to get his trailer, or trying to get out of his trailer. I don't know which it is, but hi, honey. Yeah, there's a lot of snow here, honey. Drive safe. I will. I'm in Ohio. Oh, now he stopped right in the... Everybody's waiting on you, fella. Let's go. He just stopped right in the middle of the aisle. He's got 1, 2, 3 trucks sitting behind him, one sitting over here to the side. Everybody's waiting for him. And he just stopped. Oh, I think I'll just take a break right here. Yeah, I'm heading down to Cincinnati. I gotta deliver just on the north side of Cincinnati, and this right here is the north side of Dayton. I will, honey. I'm just trying to be patient getting out of this truck stop. I think this guy over here to my right in that Nussbaum is stuck, trying to go up that little hill there. I'm not sure, but we got trucks backing up over here, and holy crap, it's a mess. Yeah, I know, Fred. I love the Philippines. I've been there twice now, and I think that Chris and I, this is Chris right here. See the Chrissy and Joe? That's my fiance. Her and I have talked about possibly retiring there, but we'll see. You know, everything's still up in the air as far as that. I'm too young to worry about retirement. Honey, this is Fred. Fred is married to a Filipina as well, and he lives in the Philippines. I don't know if she's still there. She may have went back to work. A lot of these guys are snowed in here. Oh my Lord, this was a bad idea to stop here. This was a really bad idea. I'll be honest with you. We got people trying to back into spots. We got people trying to get out of here. We got people cruising the parking lot. It's crazy. Okay, honey. One month vacation turned into 5 years. Yeah, I bet. Yeah, I'm sure you don't miss winter, do you? July 24th. Fred, congrats. That's awesome, buddy. It's awesome. Look at this guy. He's gonna pass this other guy right in the parking lot. You're gonna pass this guy. Somebody's stuck trying to get in this spot. I think he's stuck. I can see his truck rocking back and forth a little bit. He's having a hell of a time getting in there. No, it's not, Fred. It's completely changed. I mean, look at this moron here. He's passing this guy. We're all waiting, but he can't. He is so impatient that he's not waiting for this guy right here. He's going to pass him right here in the parking lot and go in front of everybody. That's what the new truck drivers are like. This guy's stuck over here. I don't know what he's... Now he looks like he's pulling out. I think he said the heck with it. But, man, you can't be passing people in parking lots. You've got to be patient. Everybody's waiting. This guy's got the whole truck stop bound up. Everybody's waiting. Yep, you gotta wait for him. He's got chains on. This guy's got chains on. He's in Ohio with chains on. That's a first. I've never seen a truck in this part of the country with chains on. I just want to get out of here, guys. Just let me out. Please, just let me out. this truck stop right here. This is a Flying J, and it's a smaller one, and it is always packed. I stopped in here to use the restroom and ended up staying 20 or 25 minutes. Almost got my break in. Man, they need to do something with this parking lot. This guy's sitting in the middle of the driveway. You can't do that either. People are trying to pull in here. The second truck is doing. Good luck in there, buddy. Good luck. All right. Now we're out of here. Now they've done nothing with this road hardly either. Let me get back on the expressway and get the heck out of here. It's craziness here. Back on the road. Look at that. Didn't get over for me. He's had nobody beside him. He couldn't get over and let me on. Yay. Back on the road. Back with the other idiots. Oh, it is what it is, right? Fun. Yeah, I've never put chains on. I went out to Oregon in the fall. And I've seen all those chain up spots, but it wasn't snowing yet. So I've been out to the West Coast multiple times, but I've never had the chain. Once during the dead of winter, and we didn't have the chain, which was a good thing because we didn't have any. I kind of did, Fred. I know a lot of times they don't. Most of the time they don't. But, I guess I'm just used to the old days when people would. It is what it is. Just deal with it the best you can. Oh yeah, chain up or get ticket. Yeah, you go out there, you go out by Wyoming or Idaho, Utah, all that stuff out in there. Yeah, if you don't chain up, yeah, you'll get a ticket or they'll park you. Let's clean this window. Oh, it's all screwed up again. Didn't last long. Oh yeah, look at all that stuff on my windshield. We'll change that. We'll go back to this view because that's too much crap on my windshield. This guy has not had that truck out in 4 or 5 days, I would say. 3 or 4 days. Been a snowstorm. Trying to get around him. This car in front of me doesn't want to go. I don't want a big chunk flying off there and hitting me. It's windy out there. Oh yeah, my truck is Fred. My truck is governed to the hill. I can only do 62 on the pedal and 65 on the cruise, and I hate it because you're getting in these conditions where you can get into traffic or you can get into some weather. And you can't set the cruise, or I won't set the cruise anyway, so I only get to do 62. I hate it. Yeah. Yeah, it does. And they told us, and it's supposed to be 65 and 68, I think, which wouldn't be as bad, but I think whoever set mine set it wrong. They set it 62 and 65, so I mentioned it to him when I was getting my PM a couple weeks ago, and they were supposed to look at it and change it, but he didn't because it's still the same speed. I think they tell you one speed and give you another. I'm going to get out of that way. I don't want to be on the shoulder. Yeah, and you're going to laugh at me, Fred, but this is a lease purchase that I'm driving. So I am purchasing it, but I can't change stuff like that until after I paid it off. I owned before. That's right. I started out driving for my dad, and he owned, a few trucks. He owned 3 or 4 trucks. So I always drove trucks that weren't governed. And, I could get across Pennsylvania in a little less time than it took, you know what I mean? So I could go as fast as I wanted, but now I started driving for these companies. They're all governed. See, there you go. That's what I originally planned to do years ago. Wanted to, because I had bought my own truck. I wanted to do that and then maybe buy another one, put a driver in it. And do the same thing. Just have a couple trucks with a couple drivers in it. Taking a little extra money, but then I got into real estate and I didn't, I decided to get out of driving. So I wish I was still in real estate. you know, but hopefully soon I'm going to be back into that and out of this. Yeah, at night, you know, it is a lot nicer with no traffic. Oh, we're stopping up here, guys. This guy's going to stop behind me by running into the back of me. Well, Dayton and morning traffic, I guess. It's already 9:30, man. I'm going to be a little late getting down there now because of being stuck in that truck stop. Man, we're stopped. So take advantage and clean my windshield, huh? Yeah, at night it is nicer with no traffic. You don't deal with this kind of stuff. But I think this is icy through here, because they are going slow both ways. We got cops up here, so there must be an accident. Yeah, they're blocking off that left lane. This feels a little icy, you know, that I'm driving on, but it's just like a 2-track, but I don't think it's like crazy icy. Werner. And now I gotta wait for this guy. Come on, Audi, hurry up. There you go. You did good, boy. These curves through here must be icy. Oh yeah, we got a bit of an accident up here. This 2-track that it's like a 2-track of ice in the center lane here. I think maybe somebody come with these curves a little fast. Come on, guys, don't go by taking pictures or staring. Let's go. Yeah, you hit that wall good. Both ends of the car. All right. go. Let's go. Oh, I guess it is just the front. Look like the back too, but. Alright, guys, we got a good look. Now we can pick up speed. Yeah, that's the thing. That's what I was thinking, Fred. I was going to say was at night with the bad weather it isn't good because it's colder and it's worse at night. But during the summer, driving at night is nice. And if you can get a nice clear winter's night, it is pretty nice. But I've gotten to where I just do it during the day and sleep at night. I mean, my body's. I sometimes have to switch though. You know, it's just that's no fun. But anyway, yeah, it is nicer for the traffic, but the weather itself, it kind of could change your mind about that. We had a major storm go through the country over the weekend for like 3 days. It was stretching like 2,000 miles, and it just moved slowly across the country, and it dumped like a foot to a foot and a half of snow in a lot of places. Breaking loose on this little upgrade here, breaking loose, trying to get going. It looks dry, but I can feel my wheels spinning. Take it a little extra easy through here. My wheels are breaking loose, then I don't have a lot of weight on though. But if my wheels are breaking loose, just trying to get going, then I think I'll take it easy through here. sliding around there coming off that little part of the bridge. Can't keep this windshield clean. Yeah, I don't know about anybody else around me, man, but I was sliding around back there. You know, Dayton, these roads might get a little better. Always go like an extra time and then it screws up my windshield again. Okay. Well, you be safe and see you again. Okay, thanks, Fred. Sorry, I was just kind of watching this traffic and roads and stuff, and I know I missed some comments, but thanks for coming and hanging out, Fred. We'll see you probably tomorrow. I mean, usually I'm here every day. There's the wind. I don't know if that wind is ever going to calm down. It's been like a week or a week and a half. It's been windy. These roads don't seem bad now. They seem okay. I think they're just damp. Back there in Dayton, there was a lot of bridges, so they had iced up a little bit, but right here they seem okay. Just a little damp, but we'll watch out for these crazy drivers. going down to South Carolina. After I deliver this one, I've got to pick up another load here in Ohio and then head down to South Carolina. So hoping it's going to be warmer down there. I'm staying out for about 3 weeks this time, so tell them just keep me down south. Let me stay in the warmer weather a little bit. Of course, it's been cold down there too. It's just not as cold as up here, but it's it's still cold down there. They're getting freezing rain and snow in Florida, in the Panhandle there. So, I mean, that storm that came through just really caused havoc everywhere. Pick up some windshield wiper solvent today because I know I've got to be getting a little bit low. Yeah, I'm going to be a few minutes late on this. I'm supposed to be there at 10. It's a quarter till now, and my GPS says I'm 35 minutes away, so I'm going to be a little bit late, about 20 minutes. Sun's out anyway, though. That's road, son. Melt it. We're up to 14 degrees now. That's good. I would think that, if the sun melts it, even though it's cold, I think the sun being still beating on it, it wouldn't refreeze. Road's starting to dry up. That's always good. Okay, Brent, hello. How are you? Smart man. Hello, smart man. I can't read that sentence. Yeah, I try to keep the windshield clear, but it keeps getting messed up. Believe me, I've tried. See? It's a mess. There we go. So I got it clear again, but we'll see how long it lasts. It doesn't last very long. You are smart. Yeah, see, I gotta clean this thing like every few minutes. Which I guess is okay because that means that the road is thawing and it's wet instead of frozen, so I guess that's a good thing. We'll take it. I've got about 9 miles before I jump off, and then I've got to go about 9 miles to my destination. Do a live unload. Man, pieces of tire all over. Small ones though. Plow that snow on the shoulder. Open that up. That's a lane there. See how much snow there is though. They got a good amount of snow through here. Across Ohio here is like the middle of that storm came through here, so they got dumped on the most. else not watching what they're doing. You gotta watch what the hell you're doing out here. There's slick spots, you know, and that sun is starting to melt it a little bit, but there's still slick spots. And these people still drive like they're on dry pavement, you know, and you can't do that. I know I'm missing some, I might be, oh, I guess I'm not. 7 in the house. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it.
129 West Butler County Veterans Highway.
Man, they gotta get out here and push this snow off the road a little bit more. Attention, I slowed down to 55.
1 mile
down to
ahead,
50.
take exit 24 to Ohio 129 West Butler County Veterans Highway.
I'm never in a hurry. I take it easy. In wintertime, man, and the roads are like this, it wouldn't be too bad, but it's 15 degrees out and very windy. So, you know, when the roads are wet and it's 15 and windy, I always worry that, you know, they're freezing up. They're going to freeze up some more, but this sun, I hope it stays out. You know, and it'll melt these roads and they'll dry up eventually.
3 miles ahead, take exit 24 to Ohio 129 West Butler County Veterans Highway. Ohio 129 West Butler County Veterans Highway. 0.3 miles ahead, keep right.
Yeah, it looks like I'm 9 miles away jumping off here, so we'll do probably some 2 or 4 lane rolling.
Right.
I'm driving right into the wind. It's not hitting me on the side anymore, but driving into it kind of throws the trucks around a little bit. The aerodynamics on these trucks, you know, when you drive into the wind like that, it does that. Come on, buddy. Get up there and get going. Guys, I'll catch up to you in just a few minutes. I just got to get to my destination. Elliot, hello Elliot, haven't seen you in a while. How's things going with you? I'll catch what you just wrote in just a few minutes. I got to jump off right up here, and I'm only a few miles.
Take exit 21 and then turn left on Ohio 747 South Princeton Glendale Road.
I'm only a few miles from my destination, so I've got to watch my GPS as much as I can. See if I can catch that. Good morning, sir. I'm stuck in Phoenix, Arizona for a few days. Oh, that's a nice place to be stuck in, though, because of flight delays. Oh, really? And cancellations. Oh, that is a bummer. Yeah, that is a bummer. I mean, but Arizona, if you're in Phoenix, that's got to be nicer weather than what we're having here.
0.3 miles ahead, take exit 21 and then turn left on Ohio 747 South Princeton Glendale Road. Take exit 21 and then turn left on Ohio 747 South Princeton Glendale Road. On Ohio 747 South Princeton Glendale Road. Turn left on Ohio 747 South Princeton Glendale Road.
I think Phoenix is probably the only warm place in the country, from what I've heard. Kidney needed. Join with John. Facebook. Huh.
Miles ahead, turn right on Port Union Road.
Christ, you're gonna stop, lady? I didn't think that car was gonna stop. Damn. Did you see that? Tito, hello. Hey, that car was coming off the ramp there. I didn't think that lady was gonna stop. Coming up that ramp like that, and I know there's snow on it. I can see the snow. They haven't cleared the ramps and stuff very well. And I don't know, she was gonna slide out in front of me, or she couldn't stop, or I don't know, but it kind of freaked me out there for a minute. I don't want to run into anybody. Tito Manfred, hello. Elliot Perry. Place I'm going to has their parking lot cleared. They got a lot of snow here. Look at that bank right there on the side of the road. You can see it's 3 foot high. Of course, that's plowed snow, so it got plowed higher, but I mean, around here they got a foot or so, a foot and a half. They got a lot of snow. Cornerstone Tradeport. At Tradeport Drive.
0.3 miles ahead, turn right on Port Union Road. Turn right on Port Union Road.
Headlights aren't on. I can't flash my lights at him. Want to let that UPS driver know that you can go.
Point 2 miles ahead, turn right on Tradeport Drive. Turn right on Tradeport Drive. Point 2 miles to Cornerstone Tradeport.
$87.54 right over there.
Approaching Cornerstone Tradeport.
Looks like a good sized place. That's good. Just gotta find the receiving office. Driver's entrance. All right. Okay, I'll be right back, guys. gonna have to interrupt this for a few. I gotta make a phone call. Gotta get inside here and get the number. There's my ride. Okay, be right back. Okay, guys. How much salt is all over my truck? Look at this thing. In the dock, guys. Oh, in the dock. My next load, I'm picking up beer, and it's going to be really heavy. Oh, Trenton should be right around here. I don't think I'm too far from it. Okay, there's Hamilton. Oh, Trenton's right there. Oh yeah, this won't. That's where I get unloaded. I've only got 13 miles to go to my next pickup. So, yeah, that works for me. Yeah, it won't take me long to get there. Man, I don't want to warm this up. I want to warm it up, but I don't want it. It won't take me long. Well, it won't fit. Okay, I know it's a little bit chilly out, but we're gonna shut down the truck because it ran most of last night. It ran almost all night last night because of the cold. It was so cold last night, my bunk heater wouldn't keep the truck warm. I had to start my truck. Buckeye Kitty, good morning from Ohio. Also, good morning from Ohio. I'm down here by Cincinnati. How are you, Buckeye? I'm sorry, but I'm a Wolverine. There's a Wolverine in the Buckeye State. Run him off the road. How's things going there, Buckeye Kitty? Oh, you're up by Akron. Oh, okay. Up in LeBron James territory. How's the weather up there? And I know it's probably it's just as cold as down here, but I know down here they got a ton of snow. With this snowstorm that came through, they got at least a foot to a foot and a half down here. It's crazy. There's a lot of snow. Does that mean you're a Buckeye fan, or just because you're in the Buckeye State? I guess I should clarify that. Oh, you got about a foot also? Okay. I think the whole state of Ohio really was the heart of the like the center of the snowstorm, and you guys got the most. That's for sure. Up there, I'm from northern Michigan, and up like the very northern part, and we didn't get any up there. A few flurries, that's about it. Ah, big Buckeye fan. All right. All right. Good. I always like meeting Buckeye fans. I don't hate the fans, I just hate the team. I respect them though. It's nice to have that rivalry. Biggest rivalry in sports for some people. I mean, they say that, it's the biggest rivalry in college football or college sports, but I think it's the biggest rivalry in all of sports. Maybe it's just because I'm in part of it. I don't know. So you guys are getting more snow this morning. It's been a little bit of a treacherous drive through here. I came through Dayton and it was icy. I broke loose a couple of times and started sliding a little bit. There was an accident and stuff. It was all backed up. Yeah. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry for that, man. I really am. Browns fans are dedicated. I have a lot of respect for Browns fans, man. When they left, that team left and went to Baltimore, that city freaked out. And it was, everybody took notice of it. That's why they got another team right away. The NFL took notice. But Browns fans are like Lions fans. We're very dedicated to our team. Hi, Grace. I don't know if you guys, is Shadir Sanders going to be your quarterback up there? Or, they drafted 2 quarterbacks last year, and I guess Shador seems like he did the best. Always, Grace, always. I haven't seen you live in so long. I miss seeing you singing my Elvis songs. My Elvis in the house. I was thinking about football there and I missed that, but yeah. Yes, I do, my friend, I do. Where have you been? Have you been live and I've just missed it? Oh, okay. How's everything going? How's the hubby doing? Yeah, I do that too, Grace. I do the same thing. I take a little bit of a break from it. I get a little tired of it now and again. And I don't mind doing these live streams while I'm driving, but I try to bounce around and support people as much as I can, but I just don't have the time. I mean, I work, anywhere from 12 to 15 hours a day. So I just don't, I don't have a lot of time either. I know how you feel. Chris is the same way. She works 14, 15 hours a day. So, she doesn't quite have the time to support people that we used to. So it's kind of fallen to the wayside a little bit. I can see a day when I'm not on it anymore. Thank you, Buckeye. Thanks for coming by and being nice. Ah, that sounds good, Elvis. Sounds good. I'm glad I can run into a Buckeye fan and we can sit and have a good conversation and not be angry with each other. I've ran into a few and they just want to fight. Grace, Chris and I have about 3 weeks, and she's going to be here. She's going to be in the U.S. in about 3 weeks or so. We were aiming originally for like around February 15th, but it's probably going to be more like because of the what day it falls on. I think it might be more like the 19th and 20th. Right in there, she'll be here. So about 3 weeks. And we're not set on a date yet. We're just, she still has a couple interviews. But I'm sure she's going to do great at them. And then she'll have visa in hand, hopefully by the 10th or so, 10th or 12th. And on her way. We're excited. We can't wait. It's been a long process. We're going to have about 1.5 years tied into this process, and it's been very long and frustrating, but it's almost there. It's almost coming to an end. I cannot wait for her to get here. Man, I had a crappy night last night. Just an absolutely crappy night. It was so cold. It was so cold here that my bunk heater wouldn't even keep my truck warm. It was not enough. It was blowing out plenty of hot air. It would normally heat it up nicely, but it just wouldn't. It is so cold here in Ohio and the wind is so strong that my bunk heater wouldn't work. I had to actually get up and start the truck and let the truck run. It was crazy. Never had that. They're working on me. I was about 30 minutes late. But, I got stuck in a truck stop where it took a lot longer than what I expected. And then on top of that, the roads coming down here, there were some slick spots. So had to take it easy. Got into a little bit of a backup and some traffic and stuff. So not my doing. Nothing I could do. If I didn't stop by that truck stop, I would have been okay. But I had to go potty. I didn't expect it to be that crazy in the truck stop, man, but it was really crazy. There's a traffic jam in the truck stop. But the parking lot, they hadn't done anything with the parking lot. They haven't salted it or cleared it or anything. People were just driving over it. And it was like being on a really, really rough dirt road. And it was hard to get in and out of there. Plus, it seemed like everybody was coming and going at the same time, and there was a guy who was stuck trying to get into a spot, and oh, it was hell. So it put me a little bit behind. I lost probably about 20 to 25 minutes, I would say. I didn't time it, I didn't check, but by the time I waited for the guys in front of me to fuel and get out of the way and all that stuff, and it took a while. Seven compadres in the house. I appreciate it, including the one and only Elvis. The one and only Elvis Grace Castillo. Grace, would it be Grace Elvis Castillo? I'll just go with Elvis. They're working right on me pretty good. They probably should be done pretty soon. Won't take them long at all. I can go. My next load is only about probably 20 minutes away. It's 13 miles, according to these guys, but it could be a little further. But it's not very far. It's within 30 minutes, I'll say. And the trailer's already loaded, so what I have to do is go in there and drop this one and pick up that one. So, then I can get headed south. How long have I been live? 3.5 hours. Man, time flies. Green. I got a green light. That means I'm done. So I'm going to walk inside and hopefully grab my paperwork and be right back out. Got to bundle up. It's cold out there. All right, paperwork in hand. We're all done here. It's 90209, right? Did they put it on here? Bean bags. I had a load of bean bags on. That's what I had. At 90209. Now I've got to get paperwork ready to send off.
New message.
Okay, I'm going to flip this around so you can see outside instead of my face. It's not as exciting as the snow. Look at all that snow piled up there. Lots of snow.
New message. New message. New message. New message. Point 1 mile ahead. Go south and then keep left on Tradeport Drive. Load 52 million.
Okay, now we're all dispatched on our next one. Always have to wait for them to dispatch it. So now I can finish up my paperwork. Hang on one second. Well. Now, let's see how far we've got. The
0.1
GPS
mile ahead. Go south and then
tells
keep left on
us
Trade Port
26
Drive.
minutes, 12 miles. So we're 12 miles away. But it's not 12 expressway miles, it's back roads, so it takes a little bit longer. But we should be good, right? Ginger's here. Good morning, Ginger. 69%. I think that I will throw this charger on there. How's Ginger this morning? Another load successfully delivered. And away we go to pick up our next one. I'm hoping I get far enough south. Cold, yeah, I know that. I'm hoping I get far enough south because I'm going to South Carolina from here. I'm hoping it's warm enough to where like last night, Ginger, my bunk heater, it was so cold and the wind was blowing so hard that my bunk heater would not keep the truck warm. I had my head underneath the covers breathing to get warm. I finally had to just give up and get up and start the truck. I didn't want to do that. I don't like running the truck all night because it burns too much fuel. But I had to stay warm. It was cold. So I'm hoping that I can go up here, grab this load, and get headed south.
Keep left on Trade Port Drive.
And get down, through Kentucky, maybe to Tennessee or something, and get to some warmer
3 miles ahead. Turn
weather.
left on Port Union Road.
And maybe I don't have to run my truck tonight. That's the thought and that's the hope. Because last night was not
New
fun.
message.
Champsy, hello. Oh, it's Marge. Hi, Marge. That's right. I hate how YouTube is using our sub names now instead of our channel names. But hello, Marge. Thank you for coming by, my friend. Yeah, exactly. I was talking to someone in New Mexico that was on here earlier. She was from New Mexico.
Turn left on Port Union
And
Road.
said it was chilly down in New Mexico. I mean, it's cold when New Mexico is cold. I would think that down in the southwest, New Mexico and Arizona and stuff would be the warm spot in the country, but I don't know. She said it was chilly, so maybe it's not. I mean, I know it's not as cold as it is up here, but it's still even cold there.
Turn left on Ohio 747 North Princeton Glendale Road.
It's hard keeping my my window clean. Go through a lot of windshield wiper solvent. I'm going to make sure I pick up a bottle when I stop later. sky. The sun was out earlier, about an hour ago. I was driving down through Dayton and the sun was out. But it's since clouded over again. But my truck says it's 22. That couldn't be right. It might be because I was sitting still. I get rolling a little bit and it'll probably start going down. Because I know it's not 22 degrees. I wish it was 22 degrees. What time is it? 11 o'clock. Yeah, I think I'm going to end this in about 10 minutes. Give my phone a little bit of a break. Hi, Miss L. How are you, my friend? Now you can see, you look at the snow on the side, you can see how much they've gotten here. They got dumped on. Glad the roads are just wet though. Thank you, Marge. Thank you, Miss L. Thank you, Ginger. Nine cadets in house. Really? Yep, can't understand why there's accidents. Yeah, just pulls right out in front of me. I mean, you seen the big semi. I mean, I'm pretty big. You can see this big truck going down the road, right? I mean, just pulled right out there, didn't even care. Yeah, I wouldn't look up either. Yeah, people just, that's one of the things, people just don't know how to drive around semi-trucks. They don't teach them. You know, when they teach them in driver's training, they teach them how to drive a vehicle, but not how to drive in certain situations. And around trucks is something they should teach them. And pulling out like that in front of a big truck is one of the dumbest things you can do. Because if I was really heavy, I might not be able to get stopped. Luckily, I'm empty. And I wasn't going very fast. I pulled up next to him, though, and he wouldn't even look up at me. He's just looking straight ahead. Like, what? I didn't do anything. And he hasn't been hooked to a trailer in a while. The fifth wheel just full of snow. About 3 more minutes, guys. I'm going to end this. Four hours is enough, I guess. sun's trying to come out again. Come on, Mr. Sun. Come on out. Dry this stuff up.
2 miles ahead, keep left, then turn left.
Visibility was 0 there. Okay, thank you guys. I appreciate everyone who came by. I'm gonna go ahead and end this now. So thanks for coming by and hanging out with me, and we will see you guys tomorrow. Same bat time, same bat channel.
1 mile ahead, keep left, then turn left.